Hey friends, it's Caleigh Bird. Welcome back to my studio. You know I'm always thrilled to have you. Okay, so today we are going to get started on a 4-part little mini series. Every other week for the next 8 weeks, we are going to be working on growing our Instagram following. Now, the important thing to remember is that numbers are not the important thing to remember, okay? It's engagement, it's dedication, it's like real people out there, you know what I mean? You don't need 100,000 people to make your artwork feel legitimate. Like, think about if you were in a room with your painting and there were 500 people in that room looking at your painting. You would be like, oh my god, there's a lot of people looking at my painting. So even if all you have is 500 followers, that's still a lot of people to look at your artwork, okay? So this does not have to do with being the biggest. I'm certainly not the biggest Instagram artist out there by a long shot, and I don't really care to be, but what I do care to do is continue to be able to use this platform to share my artwork and to have people see my art on a regular basis, because that's the nice thing about Instagram, is that it keeps your artwork to the forefront of people's minds. So that being said, this is going to be more about connecting with people that genuinely care about your art than just pumping up the numbers. So stick around for the next few weeks because I want to help you out with that. Today is going to be very basic because, you know, I don't know where you guys are in your Instagram game, so we're going to start with the basics. Today I'm going to teach you how to use hashtags specifically for artists. You might think it's just as easy as saying like hashtag oil painting, hashtag artwork. It's not, you guys. There are like 14 billion people on Instagram, so just general hashtags are not good enough anymore. I'm going to show you guys how to pick the very best ones so that people who actually care about connecting with your specific kind of art will find you. So anyways, I hope you learned so much. Make sure you pop that subscribe button because I would hate for you to miss any of these Instagram videos. They're going to do us all a lot of good. And yeah, I hope you guys learn a lot, like I just said, because that's why I'm here. If you ever want any more help, a little one-on-one or whatever, look down below because I am available for one-on-one art mentoring. It just takes a little minute to fill out an application to make sure we are a good fit. So thanks you guys. I hope to see you for the next few weeks. So in order to get started hashtagging, the first thing you want to do is research related hashtags to your ideal art tags. Like I said before, just using things like hashtag oil painting, hashtag artwork is really not going to cut it. It's too broad and you need to get more specific. However, it's a good place to start. So let's go ahead and jump on my page. We'll go over to the search and go under tags. And let's just go ahead and put an oil painting. Now that is obviously going to give me way more results than I am looking for. However, it is an excellent place to start because once I am here, I can start scrolling along that top little area that's going to give me other hashtag suggestions. These are going to help me narrow it down a little bit. So I'll pick one that seems applicable. Here we go, oil on canvas. And then look at that, 49.5K. I am much more likely to get noticed using that hashtag than simply oil painting. And then it's just sort of a game of continuing down the rabbit hole. Now I'm going to try oil on panel, see about how many are in that hashtag. This is not a short process, you guys, but if you do it right, you take the time, it's going to be worth it in the end. The more specific you can get, the better. Think about adding hashtags as far as if you're in process. Think about the size or shape of your artwork. Think about any predominant colors. Heck, you can even hashtag your own city plus artist. There are so many things that you can do, and I'm telling you, the smaller the market, the better. You're going to have more people view your work like that. Another great hashtag resource is other artists. Find other artists that are similar to you in some way and look and see what their hashtags are. Now, definitely do not copy these word for word, but it's a really good way to get started in the right direction. And if they're popular artists, then they probably know a bit about what they're doing. And while you're researching your art tags, don't forget to research themes as well. Think about any recurring themes that may show up in your artwork. For example, I happen to do a lot with plants. So I might hashtag various plant life or plants make me happy or all kinds of various tags, because even though those people might not be looking for art specifically, if they see a painting of a plant that they like, they're pretty likely to follow you. because they're into plants and stuff already. This is a really good way to break into markets that are not necessarily art oriented all the time. Trust me, a lot of people like artwork that are not necessarily hashtag looking for artwork all the time. However, if you show them, hey, I paint some of the things that you like already, they are definitely bound to jump on board. Another one to think about are specific art terms such as high contrast, chiaroscuro, black and white, in focus. That kind of thing is going to bring more artists to your page. Now, artists don't tend to necessarily be your biggest patrons or buyers in the long run. However, it can be great for building a community, learning about other artists, and just generally supporting each other. So think about art terms, but just realize that those are going to be mostly used for attracting other artists. Now, one of your best sources of information for finding hashtags is other artists. When you find a really talented artist, go ahead and take a look at their page just for fun. I'm going to use something other than oil painting and pick out some of their posts. Go ahead and look at the quality that they have of their photos, which of course without high quality photos is nothing, and tap them, see who they've tagged. I'm gonna have a whole nother video all about art sharing pages coming up, but it's not a bad idea to see who your favorite artists are sharing with. And of course, make sure you're checking out those hashtags. I guarantee you the best ones are going to be specific for each piece that they're working on. Here we go, another one, a beautiful mermaid with her little cat mermaids, and what do you know? She's got it shared and tagged with all kinds of relevant pages so that hopefully they will spread her work for her. And then we've got some hashtags in the end to make sure. Here's another artist. This one was really fun, a nice illustrator. And she's got it going on. Beautiful, bright illustrations, a cute little caption, and then she just literally tags away. Now, once you have spent all of this time and effort, which it will be quite a fair amount of, to get your very best hashtags, go ahead and save them in different groups on your phone. You want to make sure to switch up your hashtags depending on what you're posting, not only because you want it to reach the relevant person or people, but because Instagram does not like it if they notice that all of your photos have the exact same set of hashtags. So I have probably a dozen different sets of hashtags saved in my phone that I copy and paste in the first comment of each post once I'm ready to tag. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I hope you learned so much. Make sure you click that subscribe button for the rest of my Instagram series coming out soon.